expect vulnerability or...
We're rolling now. 10 seconds to move.
Okay.
The camera should be on your face, not my face.
And then we will be incredibly glib spontaneously, right? When they do this. Billy D. Williams has had a remarkably successful career, and you've covered such a spectrum. We were just talking about a dramatic role that you did, very important to you on Broadway, as Dr. Martin Luther King. We were talking about the fact that doing someone like that, someone that has been this incredible international hero that many people knew, of course his wife, Coretta King, came to see you. That implies a whole extra responsibility, doesn't it?
Yeah, I suppose it does. You know, it's one thing to assume your own life, but to go on with your own life, but to assume somebody else's life, and especially somebody as monumental as Dr. King, I mean, it becomes quite a chore. I mean, it was quite draining for me. After 3 months on the road and then 3 months on Broadway with it, I had to get away from it. It just took too much out of me. I found myself becoming a recluse.
Did you
as
really?
a result of it, yeah.
You also said, interestingly enough, that you were very concerned about not trying to imitate him too much.
Well, I felt that, for 2 hours on the stage, you're trying to imitate somebody and to sustain that. If you faltered once, everybody would know. But what was more important to me was to deal with what I call the inner being or the inner spirit of the man, which is, in my view, everybody, every single person sitting in that audience. I mean, because the idea was to play on all of those areas of the emotions that we were all familiar with. Because, I mean, these people had their fears, they had their apprehensions, they had their pain, they had their joys, and they became very special. They became very special to this life. A man like King became very special without even asking for it, which is always quite intriguing to me.
Dr. King was a hero. You portray heroes in the movies, and we who are not in movies make of actors and actresses heroes, people that live the glamorous, wonderful, gay life. I guess it's different on the inside, isn't it?
I think we're like anybody else. We're all just trying to get through this life, trying to achieve whatever it is that we're trying to achieve, and hopefully doing it with some sense of or some feeling of substance. Giving some good information, somewhere along the way.
It's a giant step from Dr. King to Lando
Calrissian.
Thank you. I guess people wouldn't even expect to see you there. It's a wonderful, fun, tongue-in-cheek fluff movie, if you will. What was the attraction for you?
Well, I think, first of all, how do you turn down Star Wars? I mean, it's a phenomenon. But when Kirshner came to me, when they called me and they asked me to do it, and they were writing the character around my particular personality, my quality, he came to my house and we sat down and we talked about a lot of things, European and Western philosophy, Eastern philosophy, and things of that nature. And he told me he wanted to introduce some Zen to the movie. And then we started talking about the character. And when he told me the name right away, I fell in love with the character. And then, because to me, he's bigger than life. He's a pop figure. He transcends all of the usual cliche, all of the cliche stereotype issues and questions and things of that nature. And I found that very appealing, and I find the idea of working with Kirshner was interesting to me, because I've had tremendous respect for him. And the idea of working with George Lucas was exciting to me because, George, people like Coppola, Spielberg, and those people, they represent a whole new breed of filmmaker. They're future people to me, and I find myself watching to see what they're always doing next.
It will be interesting for you because you'll find you have a whole new set of fans now, won't you?
That's what I hear.
Yeah. Enjoy it.
Well, thank you very much.
Nice to meet you.
Nice talking to you.
Thank you. We'll be right back. Stay with us. Why did you... Did I? I just flashed to the whole audience at home.
50%.